watching posts. They're the critters that we love most. A hound in a hat or a cat in a bowl. They steal the show wherever they go. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. Muddy chins, a parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with Southern claws and paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. South, we dress them the best. A possum on a leash, a golden shades, critter couture for the parade. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here.
Yeah, I like the song. I hope y'all are having a great Tuesday evening. And welcome to the very first Southern Claws and Paws, or Paws and Claws, however you want to say it, Claws and Paws or Paws and Claws. It's one of those things that flip-flops. Officially, the song says Claws and Paws. But anyway, let's kick it off here. And I don't know if anybody's going to join me. If they would like to, just let me know, and we'll get that invite out to you. It's our very first pet show. We've talked pets a lot, and the hope is to make this a weekly show. So we do partner with a couple of rescues. One of them, our longest-serving one, I officially partnered with, would be Animal Rescue Alliance in Donaldsonville, Georgia, and great folks. And please donate there online through PayPal. Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., Donaldsonville, Georgia. And then also up where I live, McCamey Animal Center, we highlight a lot of animals from their facility as well. So many that need homes, forever homes. And just Jen will come up. Okay, I will send that to that invite, Miss Jen, to your messenger, not your Facebook, but your messenger. So give me just a second here. Let me find there she is. Let me find that, and we'll get her on up here, and we're going to talk pets. That should be good. And we'll get back on screen here. And I know you saw me, but I was off screen. Miss Elizabeth, would you like to come up to the Southern Paws and Claws, or Claws and Paws? You're more than welcome to. But hello to you nonetheless. Just let me know. And we're going to talk pets. I got a couple of articles I want to talk about. We'll talk about your pets. We'll talk about pets in general. I want to know about your cat or your dog's dreaming tonight. And I have one other. Maybe talk about grooming a little bit. Got 2 or 3 things. We'll get to as much of it as we can. But hello, Miss Elizabeth. Hope you've had a great day. We just did our very first 2 at the 6 p.m. hour. We did the America First series. I did that through the Rumble Studio, but I crossed it over to several other streams with Brother James from Empty Pockets Podcast. It was a fun hour just hearing his answers. That's a kickoff to that new show. This is a kickoff to this new show. We have 2 more to go. Actually, 3, really. So that'll be rolling stock within the repertoire. I got you. Yeah, well, eat your dinner. Absolutely. Mine has not arrived yet. I think they're just grabbing me something. So, but just Miss Jen will be up. Well, again, this show's going to mainly focus on dogs and cats, but we'll talk about any animal. I don't care if it's your rabbit, your horse, your whatever. And if you want to talk about, come up on screen, let me know. It's going to be very informal. I am reaching out. I'm hoping I was supposed to get a name today. I'm hoping to partner with a local veterinarian who's kind of they've not been in the area very long. I hear they are just fantastic, husband and wife team. I'll check on that tomorrow. I hope to get them to come up some, and we'll for the people in the area, we'll highlight stuff, business for them, and then we will also we'll get them to talk about some things on an official level. I think I sent that to the wrong one, Miss Jen. I'm sorry. I don't know why I sent that there. Let me retract that. She's waiting on me. I had one that popped in front of it. So if we get a pastor from Guyana, he's probably wondering what he's doing in that show. So sorry, Miss Jen. Sometimes things just pop on the screen. So that was wild. So we'll try to take that out. So remove. Okay. That way we're not having any surprises. There we go. All right. Working some controls here. Sorry, Miss Jen. My delay. But I want to talk about, first of all, how many words, and we're going to go back and forth between dogs and cats. Like I said, if you want to talk about rabbits or whatever it may be, but we'll mainly focus on dogs and cats. Good evening, Miss Jen. How are you? You're muted.
There we go.
I do the same thing. I try to mute when I can, when I'm doing stuff so I don't make noise in the background. The cat lady, I like it. This is a natural spot for you. So how are the cats doing today?
Well, they're fine, but I'm upset with one of them.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
What happened?
Hey, Elizabeth. Well, Sunshine tried to jump up on the curio cabinet where my Lego Alice is, and Lego Alice went to pieces.
Oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh. That's deep in the dog house, cat house, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
In trouble. Wow. Uh-oh.
And that's like 3,000 and something pieces.
Oh. That would take a while to put back together.
Yeah, and I didn't do it. A friend of mine put it together for me. So I'm so
wow, I missed that one. I've caught some of your posts today. I didn't see that. Elizabeth said she saw that. So that's hard. Wow. So that's more than just breaking a Christmas ball or something on a Christmas tree. That's way bigger deal.
Yeah.
Did the cat go hide?
Yeah, because I hollered and boy, he took off, and then he comes back and he's looking up there. I said, "Yeah, it's gone because you knocked it off." He's laying right here in front of me right now. So
he's begging for forgiveness. I'm still a good guy. I made a mistake. Please forgive me. Well, I have a couple articles that I got from the vet. And this is for dogs. I've got something for cats. And of course, maybe cats do too. I don't know. But how many words do dogs know? That's the question. How many words do dogs know? Now, most people would know that they know sit. In fact, I covered a Sage this morning from the McCamey Animal Center in Chattanooga, and they said that Sage knows sit. Sit, stay, come, roll over, I don't know. But they probably know a whole lot more than that, right?
yeah, they know no. I know they know no.
No is yeah. No is Kaylee has this little Chihuahua, and Chihuahuas are a trip, and it's a rescue, and it doesn't like men because a man. Well, it's not mean to me. It's aggressive if she's around because it feels like she is the protector for my granddaughter.
Yeah.
So if I make noise or even come her door, she's acting like she's, uh, a pit bull or something. But she'll lick my hand. She don't like me to hold her. It scares her. She'll shake. But she's gotten more used to me. But I can't walk her. Like I tried that one time, and that was not good. But she does know when you say something, I just know for a fact she understands some of that. So it says it can range. Now, different breeds know different. They're smarter. Some breeds are just more smarter in this area. My understanding about how many words they can learn. Well, it says in this article that they may know as few as 15, which 15 words is quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're covering all the major stuff of what you want a dog to do, but some can go over 200. And that on average, a well trained dog understands about 165 words. And that is on par with a 2-year-old toddler. Now, they always say, like, if you were learning a foreign language and you learned 200 words, you can converse. I mean, that's a lot of words. You might not understand everything that somebody says, but you're picking up enough that you can fill in the blank. Your brain will do that, like, oh, okay, I go here, turn here, whatever. That's quite a bit of words,
Mm-hmm.
I would think. It says they don't just react to sounds, they associate words with objects, actions, and outcomes. Their ability to connect language to meaning helps explain why they often seem to know more than we expect. So it says, with the right training, some canines push their dog vocabulary far beyond the basics. Dogs continue learning throughout their lives, especially when training feels like play. The more fun and consistent the practice, the more your dog will soak up a new vocabulary. Military and police dogs, as well as search and rescue dogs, typically have a vocabulary 1.5 times larger than the average pet, and that's around 250 words or more. That's pretty amazing.
Mm.
That's a lot of commands. I know humans that don't understand that many commands.
I know.
Or at least they don't listen. Then there are the border collies, German shepherds, which I know German shepherds are very smart. And this is amazing. This is what really got me out of. Elizabeth says one of the dogs knows about 20 words. That's still quite a bit. That's enough to make the dog function how you want, and the dog understands. Collies, German shepherds, and poodles of the world. I didn't know poodles were this sharp either. I got to be honest. Regularly hit, this is incredible, 1,000 word milestones. 1,000 words. Thanks to their razor sharp minds and rigorous training regimens, these canine stars set the bar for impressive dog vocabulary. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
She says maybe more, who knows? They might not act like they know the word that you think that they should know. Maybe they're playing you. It's like, I'll just act dumb. But you're probably right. They probably do know more than that. So that's a pretty amazing thing. They said if you want to boost your dog's word bank, Elizabeth said poodles are very smart. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've
we
never
used to
had,
have one.
Really? I've never had a poodle. I did not know that. So, I mean, I especially that they're on the same par as these other dogs and can know 1,000 or more. That's crazy. So, in this playful practice, they say if you want new words to stick, pick one word like ball. Introduce the ball by showing your dog a ball and say ball. Pretty easy. In an exciting tone, and let your dog sniff it. I didn't know that. Sniff it. I guess they associate the smell of it with that. Command and reward. Place the ball a few feet away and encourage them to find ball. When the pup grabs the ball, cue the celebration, often a reward like treats or praise when they grab it. You got to repeat it, but keep it fun. Practice this routine a few times daily, aiming for 5-minute play sessions. Repeating the chosen word or phrase 20 or to 30 times per session. Short training sessions keep your dog engaged and eager. Well, much like a 2-year-old or 3-year-old or 4-year-old or 5-year-old or something. Hide and seek bonus. Once they've mastered ball, hide the ball behind a cushion or under a blanket. Prompt your dog to find ball and watch your dog's nose and neurons light up. That's interesting. Have you ever been associated with a training school or a school that trains animals?
I haven't.
I would think it would be pretty fascinating.
Yes.
They teach them commands. I'm extremely impressed with the dogs that are CNI dogs.
Yeah.
And I know there are only certain kinds, I think, that they use for that. But I knew a guy that had one. He had the dog a long time. I think they eventually had to get him another one. But he brought the dog to church. The dog would lay under the pew. And he'd just look around. He would never be reactive to anything. Of course, we told people not to talk to the dog. You know, it's there monitoring. And I'll obviously get very close. But those dogs are instinctive, and they train them, but they're instinctive. They know certain things to do to protect that person from harm, be it something they could walk into or somebody. I had a German Shepherd a couple of times, and I remember there was I'd never seen the German Shepherd show aggression ever. And these boys were walking down the street. There's about 3 or 4 of them, just the rough side of the track kind of kids. And they were threatening me, saying they were going to beat me up and all this. I'm in my yard, I'm thinking my dad's just inside the house. This is fixing to be funny. But the dog, they act like they were threatening me. The dog, I didn't even know was there in the front yard, came up and stood in front of me and gave just like a quick low growl. No like going crazy, no yelping, no teeth showing, just a little growl. And they stopped and they said, you better get your dog out of here. You better call your dog off. I just rode with it. I said, well, the dog perceives that you're a bunch of punks. And I said, if you take one more step, I would suspect that when you step into my yard, there'll be no stopping the dog. The dog will, it will eat you up, and I won't be able to stop the dog. And one guy was like going, let's test it. Let's get the dog. And the other guys were like, no, I think the dog means business. They said, we'll catch you later when the dog ain't around. I made sure that dog was around me a lot.
Yes.
Are cats in any way, hello, Sigmund, how you doing? Are cats in any way instinctive like that? I don't have a clue.
Yes. Alice now, anybody that rang the doorbell or she heard a noise and she was around me, she took off growling. And then I've heard Sunshine and Munchkin do it too. But it's really crazy. I mean, if they hear something and I'm around them, they take off and like start growling or looking, and it's like, calm down, it's okay.
Do yours, because you have a number of cats, do they play off each other? Do they work together as a team ever, or is it every cat for himself? Or do they have partners and they kind of work together for?
Well, the 3 boys stay together usually. I got the 2 young ones that are 3, and then the oldest one's 9, and they stay together a good bit. But they'll be all in here in the living room with the girls too. And like the other day, a noise hit the other night or something, and everybody just kind of like jumped up and started looking, and I was like, "What is it?" And I'm like, "I don't hear nothing," but they heard something.
Well, they have great hearing. I mean,
yes.
Let me finish this. I got a question on that too, versus dog versus cats and hearing. Um, but they say the secrets to successful vocabulary training in dogs: clear the field, remove all of the toys from sight during training, so there's no confusion. Makes sense. Only the target toy should be visible. One word, one meaning. Stick to the exact same word or phrase every time. Celebrate the wins. Makes sense. And repeat. After your dog masters ball, move on to the next toy like frisbee or rope and watch their vocabulary grow. That would be fun. I mean, if you wanted to teach it, I could just see some guy train his dog beer.
Yeah.
I could see that. We've seen that in movies and stuff, but I would bet that there's probably somebody that's trained their dog beer or water or who knows. But anyway, so the Chihuahua we have now, the dog knows I've came to the studio. It'll bark a little bit like it's just let me know it's there. It's not like an aggressive bark. It's just chirps. It's like, I know you're there. It'll get in the window and look at me as I go by. I'll come to the studio, which is behind my house. And now it's not right at the back of the house. It's off the house. It's towards the back of the property. I have come out of the studio multiple times. And I wasn't being loud. Wasn't talking to anybody. I didn't jingle the keys. I was locking the door. And that dog would start chirping. I guess it's hearing on its level. It heard me or sensed me or something. And it would already be chirping, knowing that I'm fixing to come back that way. What I'm wondering is if it heard something or if it's a timing thing. Like the dog knows at a certain time, generally at that time of day, I'm coming back that way. I mean, I think it could be either, but I don't know. If you've ever seen anything like that, like it's a timing thing, or is it, the cats have that kind of, I mean, they got big ears. I mean, they hear stuff. I mean, dogs do too, but is it on different wavelengths for the hearing?
Yeah, because like when we was at our other house, when I would pull up and come in the carport, Mama would know that I had pulled up because the cats go running to the back door. A couple of them would. I don't know which ones exactly, did, but usually Alice. I know Alice did. And now here, I pull into the garage, and sometimes they know. And when I leave, one of them will start crying, Jasmine.
Having those two address books out there.
Or cry. I'm sorry, my mama's wanting something out of the desk.
Oh, you're fine.
But yeah, it's amazing how their hearing is. Cause they'll hear something and be looking, and you won't. You're like, what is it?
Celtic says, my brother had a dog that would bob and weave. If you aimed a Nerf gun at him, if you cocked the Nerf gun, he would take off running away, though. I don't know. You might find this to be mean. I don't know. But I had a friend, and they had two cats. And now the mom, his girlfriend, they weren't married, but the mom of the cats, I think they were her cats. I think she already had the cats, then moved him in. So he liked the cats. He liked to play with the cats. But if the cat was coming in the room, he had a hidden water gun. And he would say, watch this. So the cats would like be watching him, like staring him down. They would put like a paw out, then they would slowly, and every time they would think like, he ain't got it. He's good. Let's go. They would run in and he'd pull it up, bam, bam, hit him with 2 shots of water, then run back out. He would do that for hours. I don't know. Maybe some people think that's mean. I don't know.
No.
But the cats didn't seem like they minded. They don't like water. I mean, I know that, but it probably didn't help that back in those days we was a little bit inebriated in different ways. So I was a very young man, but I can say that the cats got a workout and we got a lot of laughter about it. So if judge me if you, it's just water. Steve says they'll be fine. Well, I always wondered, some people you say something in front of them and they go ballistic. Like, I can't believe you did something like that, you animal, abuser. You can't.
The
If
two
you carry
young
your
boys,
pet-
they love water.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. I just think any cats like water. Like they drink water, but that's funny. I mean, cats clean themselves. They don't like you give them a shower.
Yeah. But I mean, if the water's running, they're gonna slap it, and then if there's a bowl of water, they'll sit there and they paw it and stuff. But I'm like, will you stop making a mess with that?
Are your cats territorial over food bowls?
The little one, the one I just got, she is. I think she's getting better. But if anybody comes near a bowl, she'll usually growl. But I have two each that eat out of the same plate, and then the two youngest girls, they eat out of their own bowl. Cause I still feed them kitten food, and the other ones get adult food.
You mean like scraps?
No, it's canned food. It's just
Oh, it's canned food. Okay.
yeah, it's different kinds for them.
Is it good to give animals table scraps? I'm talking about dogs and cats. Or should that be frowned upon?
Not really, but I mean, there's some things that they say, it's fine to give them. Like, let's see, Jasmine pretty much eats like anything. If she can get it, she's real aggressive when we're eating. I mean, she'll literally about take it away from you. You'll have to watch her. She'll slap it and grab it. And I mean, it's just about anything.
So you're saying if you had a sandwich laying on the plate, you don't want to walk away from the table?
No. She's
That would
going to
just
take
go.
off with it. Like the other day when I was in here and was on podcast, I forgot which day it was, and we had bacon left over on the stove. And the little one come in here and she's licking her jaws. And I said, what have you been into? Did you get in that bacon? And I went back in there. There was one piece left and half a piece in the floor. They done ate it.
They said, oh, she's on the podcast. Let's go.
Oh. Yeah,
Sigma, cracking me up. Meowing one cat. It's a real thing. What the heck?
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious. So, yeah, sometimes they like our little Chihuahua. She's fast. She is fast, and she'll grab. Not always, but there's certain things she really likes, and she will grab it and go. But she's very private about it. Eating any kind of food. She does not like to eat in front of anybody. That probably goes back to the abuse. So she will always take her food and go hide around the corner. It's almost like a kid that's like shy or, afraid to eat in front of somebody. Somebody's going to say they need to lose weight or something. The dog's like that. I have seen it do it, but I think it was just really hungry and like, who cares? Let's eat. But most of the time, the dog will take things around the corner and eat it, then come back. It's really interesting how they do that. So, but I was just wondering if they were territorial, like if they worked together to get, things that they want or something. Are the cats?
Now, what do I do?
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Let's go to cat grooming safety. We're going to talk about that. These are all things I've gotten from the animal hospital. So this is not just a GTS or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, Steve. The new chair came in. No more squeaking, creaking. No more problems swiveling to face the camera. And hopefully no more back problems. Good for you.
All right.
Celebration for Steve. Did you get one? Where'd you get it? Did you get it just on Amazon, or did you go to that chair place? Or it's cool. I mean, that's wherever. I just wondered. Glad you got a new chair, though, man. Yeah, that chair's been It's like James says. I think he sits on a hard chair, and he will say, "I'm sorry, Barry." Barry says he's having trouble with his audio. Go lazy boy. Yeah. Uh, James always says, "We'll stay on the podcast as long until my butt starts hurting. Then I'm done." But he could go a long time. I'm gonna tell you, the first time I was on with him, literally or metaphorically, he said, "I don't have a time, but I go until my butt hurts." So Amazon have to process the chair place talking about. I get it. Well, they had some that were under that were 200. They did some specials. So I don't know if it was as good as what you got or not. I don't know. So cat grooming safety. Now I would think I've never groomed a cat. I didn't know there was such a thing. I thought they groomed themselves. I didn't know you actually groomed a cat. Again, I've had cats, but it was when I was a kid, so I really don't know. When it comes to grooming, safety is paramount. Always prioritize cat grooming safety by using tools designed for feline comfort. A non-slip mat. We're good to go there. Provide stability with a non-slip mat. Now, this is amazing to me. I've never heard of this. Bathing your cat. Do you bathe your cats?
No, I bathed like when they were kittens, to get the fleas off of them. They had a few fleas, the babies, when I got them at 3 weeks old. And then I had to give the little one a bath because she had a lot of fleas when I got her from my friend.
Okay.
But not usually. I don't. I did Alice for a few times when I first got her up until maybe she's about a year old, but that was it. I got one bathing the other one now.
So they say number 2 on this list is a pet shower head attachment. I did not know there was such a thing. It offers a gentle, low-pressure spray for a calm bathing experience. I guess because we like shower spray to come out almost like bullets.
Yeah.
That would be hard on an animal. I didn't know people did that. Number 3, never use scissors. Instead, schedule an appointment with your veterinarian to remove matted hair, which that can happen.
Yeah.
But a cat would be, boy, it'd be hard to, that would be hard. Work slowly and patiently. Create a calm environment that minimizes stress for your pet. If your kitty seems uneasy, take breaks and reward them with treats. This careful approach ensures the grooming remains a positive experience for you both. Proper cat care, coat hair, that's a mouthful. Cat coat care is essential, especially in the summer. Regular brushing. Do you brush your cats? Is that something you do?
Yeah, I try to. I need to brush them more because some of them, like Roxy's, a little bit thick. So I got a new one that I bought off of TikTok that's supposed to get their underneath their hair to kind of help with shedding.
Okay.
So.
Regular brush removes loose fur and prevents mats that can trap heat, helping to keep your cat cool. For long-haired breeds, daily brushing is a must.
Yeah.
Daily. Not only does it reduce shedding around your home, but it also stimulates blood flow. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
And keeps the coat healthy. And remember, while it might be tempting to give your cat a dramatic trim, their fur protects them from sunburn and harmful UV rays and helps regulate their body temperature. Always leave at least an inch of hair to keep your kitty well insulated. I didn't know that. I did not know about the blood flow.
I didn't either.
Things we're learning. Celtic says, if I could get the pressure of my shower to be of the same caliber as my pressure washer, maybe a little bit higher, that'd be perfect. Jeez.
Oh, Lord.
What do you want to do? Peel the skin off, dude? And now Steve, who has a new coat of skin, can he pressure wash the others off? I don't ask for much. 120, maybe 130. Good gosh, man. Can you imagine getting in Steve's shower? Oh, like a war zone. And then really hot, I'm sure. I will say that the lamest thing is to have a weak shower spray, especially when you go to wash your hair. That's bad.
Yes.
So, what other things? Is there any other things you do to groom your cats from time to time, or things that you need to do to keep them healthy and happy and clean and all that stuff?
Gotta cut them little sharp nails.
Oh yeah. Do you do that yourself, or do you take them somewhere?
I try to, but if they happen to have a vet visit, like the three boys had to go to the vet the other week to get their shots, so she cut all of them, and so the girls need theirs cut. Roxy was supposed to go yesterday, but I had a funeral to go to, so I had to cancel her appointment. So I got to reschedule that.
Permastains. Well, you're a man that works with these hands. Um, well, when you're talking about, taking care of animals and this idea of the cutting the nails, I didn't know this. Again, I'm ignorant. That's why I want to do the show. It educates me, and I want to get people on to talk about it. I didn't know, and I saw you talking about it, something off TikTok. I didn't know, and I saw. I don't know if it might have been TikTok, but I don't remember. It might have been something else. They were advertising a clipper to do that with, but they said, I didn't know this because I'm ignorant, that it has a detector on the blood vessel. I didn't know that if you cut back too far, you're cutting into a blood vessel. I didn't know that.
Yes, and they will bleed and bleed. Yeah, it's got a light on it, so if the white claws, when you put it up there, it'll highlight and you can see where the vein is. So you don't want you to clip right in front of it. And the ones that's got darker claws is a little bit harder. You got to be careful. But I was thinking about getting one of those and see if it'd be a little bit easier. I mean, I have a cat little scissor clippers, but sometimes they just like moving around. He's like, I'm gonna cut your toe off.
Do they like for you to do it?
No. I can. Roxy, she don't want to be held. She pitches a fit. Now she'll get in my lap all the time, but me to hold her, no, you're not gonna hold her. And she pitches a fit at the vet's office too. They have to really hold her. The two youngest boys, like right now, I could sit here and cut Sunshine's while he's laying here because he's asleep. And then Alex, I have to like pick him up and flip him around because you pick him up, he's like scared to death. He's a ninny baby. He's my ninny baby, and it's like, Alex, it's your mama holding you. Stop. And the two little ones, I hadn't even tried with them.
How do you get them to extend how do you get the nail extended? Is you able to just push it out?
I just mash the paw where the nail is. Okay. So I mean, you gotta be very, you're trying to hold on to them, mash the claw out, and clip it with, the other hand. So, but I usually don't do the back ones unless like he's laying here. I might try to get the back ones, but just holding them, I wouldn't.
That's I imagine that gets to be a scene.
Alice was bad about it. I couldn't cut hers. Now, if my ex held her, he'd held her like a baby, and he's like, "Now you stop," and she would listen to him. But if I was holding her, she'd be making hissing fits and everything.
How often do you have to cut them?
They grow different, getting sharper. Depends like how much they sharpen them on the cat trees and stuff. So it just depends. Like Alex, he might have one sharp nail out of, the 5 on 1 foot. And the vet, the vet said that when they get older, their nails start getting thicker, just like humans do. And they don't sharpen them as much. So that's why he might only have one sharp one and the other one's dull. So.
Barry says a flea combing comb. How cute. Taken care of.
Yes, I have
Each
one of
other.
those too.
Is good. Elsa says there are flea killing wipes for cats, but it's not safe to bathe the cat. He also says you give the cat a little petroleum jelly to deal with hairballs. Ever heard of that? Never
Mm-mm.
heard of that. That's from Barry. Barry C. Dog.
Very.
He's over here in Rumble Studio. Thank you, Barry, for being
Yeah,
here.
I was on Rumble before I came up, and mine kept freezing on me.
I think, even Facebook's having some trouble right now. I didn't have any trouble, but they're putting a disclaimer up. I saw people online today saying Facebook was acting weird and StreamYard was letting me know it's not anything they do. But I saw people frustrated today they could not get online. Others say no problems. So far, no problems in our two channels for Facebook. But yeah, I think all of them go through some different things.
Yeah.
Half Pine says, have ever seen the videos on tricking cats into sticking their paw through a cardboard box hole and grabbing it to clip their claws? Have you seen that?
No.
I hadn't either. And he also says Rumble's been having issues all day, from what I understand. Last night, I had trouble with the first 5 or 10 minutes of the show. I couldn't get studio to work. Then it came online. So I think they're all having trouble, or most of them. But all right. In the time we have left, does your do you ever wonder what your animals are dreaming about? And how do you know when they're dreaming? For you, how do you know when your cats are dreaming?
If they kind of like shake their feet or something or move, and you know that they're like out of it, Mama will be like, they must be dreaming about something, because.
Now, this is about dogs. I didn't have one on cats, but I'm sure they dream as well. It says, if your dog had a dream journal, what do you think it would say? That would be scary. Although we can't speak to our dogs to know for sure, scientists studying the fascinating question have uncovered some interesting facts about our dogs' dreams. This is a recent article I got. During sleep, dogs have the same 2 stages of brain wave patterns as people: a slow, steady wave pattern of quiet, still sleep, and a fast, irregular wave pattern called REM, or Steve, the Celtic blacksmith. I'm just kidding. I bet Steve has amazing dreams. Or rapid eye movement.
Yeah.
When the mind is more active and the eyes dart rapidly beneath the eyelids, which is kind of creepy looking, to be honest. Your dog may whine, breathe rapidly, and move their legs during REM sleep. We dream, and since dogs have the same sleeping brain wave patterns as people, scientists have concluded that it's safe to assume that our furry companions do indeed dream too. So what do dogs dream about? During REM sleep, the brain functions much like it does when awake. So people, as it is believed, dogs as well, dream about the events of their day. It is a chance for the brain to process all that has happened while awake and sometimes even relive it through the dream. So your dog may sleep run, I've seen that, as they chase a squirrel or fetch the ball in their dreams. I just, that's not even a surprise to me, dude. I imagine they're all over the place, that you have some wild dreams. I mean, like, I can't even, I mean, if he told me right now a crazy dream he had, I'd believe him. I wouldn't even challenge it, because his brain patterns, the way his brain, spastic. I call it spastic, sharp. He's all over the place. I bet his dreams are wild. Do dogs dream about their owners or about humans? The answer to the age-old question, does my dog dream about me, is, survey says, yes. Dogs are generally attached to their humans. It is likely that your dog is dreaming about their day with you, your face, your smell, and playing with you. Do some dogs dream more than others? Puppies, who have a lot of new information to process as they explore their new world every day tend to dream more often than adult dogs. Interestingly, a dog's size also affects the number and length of dreams they have. Did not know that. Smaller dogs have more dreams than their bigger friends. A toy poodle may dream every 10 minutes, while a Labrador retriever may only dream once every 60 to 90 minutes. However, the poodle's dreams, always back to the poodle, may last only a minute, while the Labrador's dreams may be 5 to 10 minutes long. So it's all over the place. Celtic says, you wake me up and ask me what time it is, and I'm liable to say something like, I can't tell you the time because the clock won't vote for me. I have to pass the meatball sub challenge first. Totally get it, dude. That would not be me, but I totally get that Celtic Blacksmith would be like that. Additionally, dogs who are tuckered out, they get tired too, just like us, from staying active may sleep more soundly and experience longer phases of REM sleep, giving them more time to dream. Do dogs have bad dreams? I say yes.
I think so.
Because dogs' dream patterns are similar to humans, it's likely they have a bad dreams too. And while they may not dream about scary monsters, dogs who are startled out of a dream may wake feeling defensive or alarmed or attack you. In fact, many of the dog bites that occur in children happen because the child wakes a sleeping dog. I didn't know that. So always remember to let sleeping dogs lie and dream peacefully. That's interesting. Fascinating. I had those articles. I've not read them, and I thought I'm going to pull those out. And I think that's just fascinating. But I have seen my dog. I've accidentally, her dog. I've walked up and didn't know that the dog was there. Like she had it under the cover, like watching TV, got the cover on. It's wintertime. Didn't know the dog was on her leg. So like I walked up and was like, tickling her or something, talking about my granddaughter. And the dog went berserk because it come out of a sleep and it was under the cover and didn't know what was happening. So it went, I jumped back because I wasn't expecting the dog to be trying to come through the cover. I didn't know it was there. Now, do your cats sleep with you?
Yes. The three boys sleep right up at my head, and then Roxy does, and then Jasmine, she sleeps in between my legs or on me. And the little one usually stays with Mom most of the time.
See you, Steve. Thank you, man.
Bye, Steve.
I hope he may do some banging and clanging tonight. I don't know. It is Tuesday night.
Yeah, he's supposed to get that started.
So he's probably had a rough day at work. So what problems does that present that the cats sleep with you, if any?
Sometimes me trying to roll over and there's one there, I'm like, I can't move. I usually won't move. If there's one between my legs or whatever, unless I'm having a hot flash or something, it's like, you got to move. I got to get out from these covers. But usually I just try to move around them or whatever.
Do they get up before you?
It depends. Like if I have to get up and go to work, and so my clock goes off at 6:30, so they know. And if they hadn't got up yet, they get up. And then if I move, like on the days I don't work, if I move slightly, then Jasmine's all over me wanting attention. She's wanting to be petted, and she just keeps on. So, and the other ones are kind of maybe sleep some. It just depends. But
when you come home after working, do they meet you at the door, so to speak?
Yes. They know when I pull in.
They hear the car and.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
Mama won't even know, but she knows by the cats. Just like I said at the other house, Alice knew if she was in Mama's lap and I pulled in the carport, she would jump down to come to the door, so Mama knew I had pulled up.
Oh, Celtic said no stream tonight, no forge tonight. Going to roll the dice again tomorrow. Got you, brother. If it were possible that you could slip in and they didn't hear you, would they kind of know that you think that you're home just by the time factor? You have a kind of a set pattern on being home, or they don't even recognize that?
No, because I mean, I only work the 2 mornings, and now Friday mornings I'm usually home about the same time because I have to take Mom to get her hair done after I get back home at about 10:15. So, but on Mondays I could come straight home at 10 or 10:30, or I have errands to run and go to lunch with somebody. So it's a different pattern on Mondays.
Okay.
So
If you sleep late, do they not like that, or do they just sleep with you?
most of the time somebody's gonna start crying or walking on me by 8:30 if I hadn't got up, but that's very rare. Because so they get canned food in the mornings.
Ah, they're looking forward to that.
And the rest of the time they eat dry food.
So do they don't prefer the dry food?
Not as much as the canned food and then their little treats and stuff.
Oh yeah. Is the dry food a little cheaper than the canned food?
No, I buy expensive. I buy Iams, so it's
Oh,
yeah.
you just keeping them balanced.
So they know when I open the closet door next to the garage that I might be getting them a treat because they'll come over there because that's where they're at. And I'm like, you're not getting nothing. Get out of here. So,
Have you ever had? Because you hear this all the time. Pardon me. You hear it all the time, not necessarily just dogs and cats. Do your cats sense something's going to happen with the weather or an event? I've heard people talk about this with their animals. Like before something happened, the animals were acting strange.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, if it thunders loud, of course they're going to be like, sometimes, but I don't think they really act when it's going to change. I've seen dogs, that I'm around do it more that know about the weather changing than these crazy critters.
Are they good with strangers?
No.
They're not.
Roxy totally hides. Alex is gonna hide. He's not coming around nobody. Sunshine, he's kind of shy at first, and then he'll come out. Munchkin, he's okay with it, and the 2 little ones not gonna have no part of it.
How did you get the names for the cats? Was they already named, or did you name them?
Alex was already named when I got him, so I just left it. Roxy, I named her because I rescued her out of the middle of the road. Sunshine and Munchkin, I named them because I had to take them to the vet, and me and Mom were like, okay, what are their names going to be? And Sunshine, he's the orange one, and then Munchkin, he was the runt of the bunch, and he's got a club foot, so I called him Munchkin, but he's a big old boy now. And then Jasmine, her name was Skeeter when I adopted her, and so we named her Jasmine, but it still don't go. She don't pay no attention to it. And then my new one, they had her name Skunk. No, they had her name Possum. The black and white one was Skunk. They had her name Possum, and I used to have one named Possum. But we changed it to Whiskers, but she don't pay no attention to it either.
When we rescued the dog, and I told my granddaughter, because she'd been after me about getting a dog forever. I said, well, let's go see what they got. We'll see if there's anything that we want to think about. No, she went with my granddaughter was already locked in. We're getting a dog today. So I don't know what I was thinking when I went. It was done. The problem is they only had big dogs. They only had a handful of small dogs. But anyway, it was a mom and two pups that had been removed from a home for the abuse. And she picked the dog we have because the dog didn't bark. It just looked at her, and I think she kind of felt sorry for her, the dog.
Yeah.
But anyway, we went inside. We're doing the paperwork and paying the money. I think it was $65. I don't remember. I think we got a discount. You get the first trip to the vets paid for, all the stuff they need, all that stuff. So anyway, the dog had a name. I don't remember what it was now, but they had on the paperwork that the dog had a name. So the lady said, "Are you going to keep that name?" And we said, "No, we're changing it." And Kaylee had already said, "I'm naming the dog Coco." She had already said that. So the lady said, "Well, if you want to go ahead and tell me, I'll go ahead and put it on the paperwork." And so Kaylee says, Coco. And that lady goes, "Coco? I don't look like no Coco to me." And Kaylee looks at me, and I thought, what the heck is this? So I turned around. I said, "Well, that's what the dog's going to be named. It's already been decided." She goes, "Oh, well, it don't really matter to me." I thought, then why are you running your mouth?
Yeah.
She wasn't saying it like a friendly way, like, "Yeah, I never thought of a name like Coco for that." She was saying, "No, that don't fit. That's not right. That's not a name for that dog." And my granddaughter says, "It's my dog now.
That's right.
I'll name it what I want." Made Kaylee mad. I was more perturbed about it. Kaylee was mad. She griped all the way home about that. Who does that lady think she is? It's my dog. It's not her dog. I get to name the dog. And it fits. The name fits. It's always fit. Everybody in my family loves that name, and they love the dog. My wife, who I never thought would fall in love with another dog, oh my gosh, she thinks that dog's hers. So, But when we're gone, school and work, she spends all that time with the dog. Now, sometimes the dog will stay hid until Kaylee gets home, but a lot of times she's coming out, and she'll come up to her and let her pick her up for a minute. She don't let anybody hold her much except for Kaylee, but she'll let her hold her for a minute and get her a little bit of a scratch, on her head or whatever, and she'll kiss her on the cheek, the dog will, or my wife, and then she wants down, But I just thought that was kind of weird that the person would argue with you about the name.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't nothing controversial. I can see if you want to name it something filthy or dirty or, you know what I mean? But I just thought that was crazy that she acted like that. But, it changed our life. I mean, we hadn't had a dog in years since I was young. Well, I take that back. When I was in my 20s, we got a little a dog. It found us. We never could find out whose dog it was. And we had that dog for a good while, and the dog just loved me. And no matter who had that dog, I could whistle, and that dog would jump out of their arms and run to me. Just loved me to whistle and run. But the dog wandered off. It got out and wandered off, and we never saw the dog again. So one of those sad stories, I think somebody just claimed it, seen it, wanted it. People do steal dogs. I mean, that's sad to say, but what is your thoughts? And we got just a couple minutes left, but we'll get into it next time. I've enjoyed the show, and I hope you have, and I hope you'll come back and be a part.
I will.
I can't get into a deep question. We're about out of time, but what do you think about? But I'll say it this way: we can dive in next time. Kind of be a good jump off point. These people that are at the Walmart selling dogs or cats.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I've never stopped, at one of them, but
yeah.
I mean, some of them seem, I guess it's a place to try to get rid of them as long as they go to a good home, but you'd really have to.
Yeah. Some of them are, I think, good people. Some of them are shady.
Yeah.
I've dealt with a lot doing security at the big box store, and I rolled up on some one day, and they were two girls, and they had the little cage out there, and they had some puppies running around. and good looking puppies. But I said, you can't do that here. You know, they said, do what? I said, whatever you're doing. They said, well, we're not selling them. We're not selling them. If they want to give a donation, they can. I said, I don't care. You're not doing either. We don't allow that here. If we didn't stop it, our parking lot would be full of people doing this. They have said, we don't want you to do it, and you're not going to do it. And they said, well, I'm on the edge of the property. Like, I don't think you can say anything. I said, I absolutely can say something. And they said, well, another store down the road, same store, lets us do it. They were just really too busy there with other people trying to do it. So we came here, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. Each store sets their own rules on this. This store has said, no, we're not letting them sell the cell phones, cats, dogs, whatever. And I said, it's nothing personal. It's a job to be done. And I suspected they were breeding and selling, you know. They all look like a particular type, and they were good looking dogs, but we just don't allow that. And I'm glad we don't. I don't like that because they put them dogs out there. It's hot.
Yeah.
The sun's beating down. And I'm sorry, that little bit of water over there that you got in the corner of that pen, that ain't doing them no good. They're getting burnt. And they just don't think about the animal. They think about themselves. They'll sit in the air-conditioned car and let the dogs be out there in the pen they've got out there. I've seen that too. Makes me mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, great stuff. I've enjoyed. Success. We made it through the first episode of the Southern Claws and Paws.
Yes.
Paws and Claws. Thank you, Miss Jim, for being a part. Maybe next time Miss Elizabeth can come up. We'll talk about farm animals too. Bring any stories you have, funny things that make us get mad. We'll cover it. And we'll continue the discussion about dogs and cats and horses and chickens and ducks and whatever else. And but it's fun. I appreciate it. And folks, you have a good night. Miss Jen, you have a good night. We'll see you hopefully in the morning.
All righty.
And Rob, back together again in the morning. Southern Fried Podcast Morning Show. Rob will tell you about his trip to Florida. He's got stuff to tell.
I have to set my clock and get up early for no reason except to listen to y'all.
We appreciate you sacrificing for us.
I know, it's tough.
Just lay in the pajamas and listen. But Rob does have a story, and I'm sure he'll cover it in the morning.
All righty.
So you'll want to hear it because he's going to jump right into that, I'm sure. So let me get the song queued up. I'll get us off screen, and we'll see y'all next time. Take care, everybody. God bless.
Bye, everybody.
Posts. They're the critters that we love most. A hound in a hat or a cat in a bow. They steal the show wherever they go. Southern Claws and Paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. Chins. A parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with Southern Claws and Paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern Claws and Paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. South, we dress them the best. A possum on a leash, a golden shades, critter couture for the parade. Southern Claws and Paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right.